last week on Discount Heroes.
The next thing you do better be to drop your valuables on the ground and put your hands up. And you are launched back 20 feet as the slugs strike you.
Oh, I'm fine. Partner. I'm going to cast Wall of Stone and put a semicircle, like almost like a half moon in front of us.
Hey, Nox, you want to go behind enemy lines?
Always.
And I want a dimension door right behind the rifleman.
When he looks down, I just say, "Howdy, partner," and then I disappear, and then I kill all his friends.
That's a goblin in half for sure.
Dusty Spurs is in half. Looks like we wrangled a steer that's too big. Let's cheese it, Prairie Pete.
Cast Wall of Force, but make a dome and just drop it on top.
All right, so you're here in the Goblin Kingdoms. Do you know why they're called the Goblin Kingdoms?
The Goblin King?
The Goblin Kings. And the one with the most crowns, period, is the top king.
How do we meet this King of all shadows?
So you gotta amass enough crowns to have the respect to demand an audience with the King of all shadows. Boomstone? His fortress is up at the graveyard. You can see something like a road crossing the path of this strange-looking machine. You see like 6 goblins sitting around tables.
Hey, howdy, partners. Okay, we are trained inspectors.
Wow, we didn't know we were dealing with loblins here.
Welcome to Discount Heroes.
All right, how's everyone's week going?
Doing the best I can, Brett.
I'm bored.
I'm not here to talk about my life outside of this podcast.
That's perfect for today's question, but before I do that, I gotta introduce us.
So proud of you.
Welcome to Discount Heroes, where questionable results are always guaranteed. We're a chaotic character and story-driven real play podcast. We're a group of 5 friends who've known each other for, I said, it's 17, right?
Yes.
17 plus years. We played countless hours of questionable D&D, and now we want to share with you the game we love so much. My name's Brent. I'm the DM. We got 4 players here. Why don't you introduce yourselves and who you're playing?
Yo, this is Tyler. I'll be playing Coates, the Circle of the Stars Druid.
Yo, this is Aaron. I'll be playing Dimrock, the Tiefling Bard.
Who's that guy over there? That's Jared. He plays Thrasher, the human barbarian.
Hey, and this is Matt, and it's time for a train inspection. Surprise train inspection from Nox Longfoot, the Gnome Wizard.
We need to see our tickets.
Tickets?
Tickets, please.
Y'all probably didn't even know what a train was, but we're going to get into that later.
Oh, thank God.
I got a question for you guys. I went hypothetical on this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, we do appreciate that.
Let's say you have a button. Your button does something. This button does something.
I pressed it.
What does your button do?
Is the button on our bodies, or is it something we can give to someone? Can I give away my button?
That's a great question. I don't think it's on your body. What does everyone else think?
No.
Nah.
It's on some kind of pedestal or a wall or something.
Well, I'd like to think it's...
Some kind of installation.
I keep mine on my desk.
And what does it do?
It opens up a trap door.
In front of your desk?
No, it actually lets one person out of prison.
Oh.
Every time I press it, it opens up a trap door, and all of a sudden they can just walk right out, and it gives somebody the chance at freedom.
I can dig that.
I like that.
It might be a little bit of bad person or like a really bad person. I can't control that, but they will escape.
Right. I mean, who are you to judge?
Exactly. I'm not a judge. They've already been judged. Somebody else did that. I'm just saying, hey,
Reversing it.
would you like?
You're not a judge. You're just reversing what the judge decided.
Would you like to go outside? That's all I'm offering. Is just a little outside time.
You know, in essence, it's a good thing. You're giving freedom.
Essentially, yes.
I would have a button that I could only use once a day, and it spit out one fully functioning random RuneScape item.
That's good.
So it could be like anywhere from like just a log to like an ancient magic staff.
In real life?
Yeah, in real life.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What does the magic staff let you do?
Oh, let you freeze up to like 9 humans.
Is it random how many humans it freezes, or is it based on their resistance?
It's based on the orientation in which they are standing.
Oh. Alright, why only once a day?
Because if it was all day, I'd get bored. So every day I get to wake up and have like a fun shot at something.
He just turned it into I get to roll on the D100 map.
Yeah,
Is what
Yeah.
that's what he just
Exactly.
did.
Exactly.
Is there any
If anyone
items-
was wondering how much he actually enjoys that,
Okay, twice a day.
What item would you be looking for?
whip, obviously,
A whip, party hat.
full bandos.
Yeah, Bandos Godsword.
Cooked fish.
That's most of the time you get like 1 wheat or an egg.
Are you going to get a lot out of a Bandos Godsword in this world?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna get jail time, is what you're gonna get. But then you're gonna get freed by Aaron,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's okay.
Right. What? I don't even know the thing I would want the most.
I feel like it can't be too obvious, like $1 billion. Like that just seems ridiculous. So I'm gonna say every time you push a button, it just automatically orders and pays for some sort of food delivery service, but you don't get to pick what it is. So
Oh,
whenever
that's
you're
good.
like, I don't know what I want for dinner, you just
like
hit the
that.
button and some food's gonna show up.
Honestly, I would invest in that.
I like
I'm just gonna come over for dinner every
Yeah.
day.
Just one meal's worth, or however much you want?
Maybe for as many times as you push the button, but it's a different place every time. So
I'm going to do exactly what Matt said would be boring, but with a twist. Every time I hit the button, $1 million gets dropped in my bank account, but one random person dies.
Oh.
Wow.
So why do you not want to make it easy for yourself to get the million?
It'll still be still be easy.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, one random person, that sucks, but I don't want to go to work.
What
I
about
think
you
you're-
get $1 million, but it takes like $100 out of every poor person's account? Out of poor people's account.
Define poor.
They have less than $200 in their bank.
no. What does it matter?
No, not really.
Look, I don't want to take poor people's money either, but if it means I could have $1 billion,
If they have to be a little more poor so that I no longer have to be poor,
Listen, I'd push that button every day as many times as I could.
you know, how many millions do you need?
More than I have now.
A lot. I'm going to gamble $1 million a day. I'll tell you that.
Be great.
What a thrill.
That's like $500 million a year.
Close.
I will say a close second was when you push the button, whoever it is automatically pees their pants, so I could have friends over and tell them to push the button.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
But it'd be kind of useless. And I'd probably accidentally hit it.
Then would you pee your pants?
In the interest of not saying anything anyone else has said, I press the button, and whatever room I'm in is now in a different country that's also safe to be in.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know. I feel like if you're going to do that,
And if you press it again, you go back.
you got to commit to maybe showing up in somewhere dangerous.
No, it's my button.
Jared's over here trying to kill people.
Yeah, if you were wondering why he said that instead of what somebody else already said, he also wanted a button that kills a random person. He just doesn't care about the money.
I'd have a button where 10 people die every time I push it. End of story.
I would want to know who I'm killing.
I push it a lot of times.
That's probably the most fun part about killing.
How often you can do it?
No, just
or-
knowing who you killed. It's like I won't see them at the coffee shop and have to have awkward small talk anymore.
Angela, push.
I don't know. I would come home from sitting in traffic. I sat in 2 hours and 50 minutes of traffic today. I would have taken out half the Earth's population if I had that button.
All right, I'll make somebody die with mine too. If somebody's there where the room goes, they're just deleted.
Okay, if I roll a weapon out of my RuneScape button, I have to take one innocent life with it.
Okay. We're all making compromises here.
Not me. Mine's still about freedom. And just
Yeah, but think about it. You're gonna let go a good
True.
number of killers, so you're
might-
inadvertently gonna kill people.
Yeah, but they're reformed, probably.
I do like the spirit of yours, Aaron.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
I like that it's a trapdoor too.
All right, great answers, everybody.
Yay.
So let's go ahead and begin the game. Last week, our intrepid heroes were beset by the tumbleweed tricksters. Their firepower surprised our heroes, who were forced to take cover. But although the tricksters hit hard, they were no match for Nox's Steelwind Strike and Thrasher's Axe. Our heroes then captured and interrogated the leader of the group, Cactus Jack Gremlin, who agreed to give information in exchange for his life. Spoiler alert, he died.
Got him.
The discount heroes heard of a place called the Graveyard, led by King Boomstone, and vague and unhelpful directions on how to find it. While traveling that way, they spotted a train, and although they didn't know what it was, they decided to get on it and also pretend that they were inspectors for that thing. And that's where we find ourselves.
Yeah, go ahead, Demi. Finish talking to those guys about you being a trade inspector.
Who?
The guys standing right in front of us that you were telling about how we're trade inspectors.
Was I saying that last time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you did persuasion and deception rolls.
You took over the conversation completely.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think you rolled like a 30 on persuasion.
Oh, no.
They had really just said, "Oh, we didn't know you were loblins," and that was
yes.
like the last sentence. That was
And loblins are what? Lawful goblins?
law goblins.
We're lawmen, law goblins,
Okay, gotcha.
goblins of the law.
What was my goblin voice? Hello. I don't have it.
Could you guys briefly reintroduce yourselves as your goblin selves, just briefly though?
It's me, Meat Hook.
I'm changing my name, but these goblins never heard it, so I'm gonna go with Wiggle Scream.
Okay.
I'm changing my name too. I'm gonna be Strong Sack.
Gotcha.
Are you sure?
Yep. Sergeant Strong Sack.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Giggle Cream.
And I'm Jim.
Wubba Jim.
Wubba Jim.
Jim.
All right. So you've claimed to be train inspectors.
One of us has claimed to be train inspectors. Yes.
We're train inspectors.
One of you has claimed that the rest of you are train inspectors. What are you wearing?
A cowboy outfit.
Ooh, such a seductive question.
What the fuck, Brent? Why do you keep asking me that?
A crown
The crown, yeah, of course.
and
Crown, gotta have a crown.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a 5 foot tall goblin.
Just dressed like me. The crown on.
yeah, I've got my mage armor cast, so I've got my ethereal armor. But underneath it is just one of Thrasher's old t-shirts because I lost all my clothes.
And I already said that I'm in basically potato sacks, and I have
Yes.
a rat tail whip at my
So
side.
such are the train inspectors.
That's traditional train inspector garb.
Copes cast disguise self after the fight to be wearing assless chaps. And that's it.
Perfect.
I have to say assless.
All right, so we've already moved past. They seem to have accepted your explanation that you are train inspectors.
Oh, okay.
A word that you have first heard today, I assume, the word train. And our loblins, you made a good persuasion roll in the last session. Just carrying over to now.
Nice.
Remember, they had all drawn guns on you. Seems to be relaxed now.
All right, and as I was saying, gentlemen, gentle goblin folk, we're just here to do a quick inspection, in and out. Basically, just ignore us. You won't know we're here.
All right, they start ignoring you.
Okay. I look around like really surprised at my friends and I kind of shrug. And I tilt my head towards the next cabin door and start walking through it.
Can I inspect the train before we go? If we're gonna, can I?
Yes, that sounds good.
Absolutely, you can, yeah. Absolutely, you can.
I mean, if we're going to be train inspectors, I'm not going to half-ass it.
Thank you.
Well, maybe. We'll see. I got a 12 investigation, so maybe I did half-ass it.
What parts would you imagine you would inspect?
Everything low. I'm looking under tables and under seats.
Yeah.
I mean, what are goblins going to be doing up high?
You find a number of safety issues. It seems some of the axles for the wheels are actually directly underneath the seats. So if you were to put your foot a little bit too far back, it could be a nasty accident.
I pull out my clipboard. It's not looking good, fellows. It's not looking good.
Sorry, guys. He's kind of a stickler.
Other than that, you see signs of fairly shoddy workmanship. It looks like this was hastily scrapped together from what must have been mismatched components.
Compared to all the other trains he's inspected.
Exactly. I'm a professional.
Excellent.
Well, I think we need to move on to the other cars, gentlemen.
Indeed.
I'm just apprenticing. I don't know what I'm doing, so yeah, I'll follow you guys.
That's it.
Confidence is key.
I'm observing. I'm the boss, so I'm just going to watch.
You pop open the door.
Yep.
Are they just letting us walk past?
Yeah.
I take a roll off one of the plates.
You're going to take a roll?
Yeah.
Are you inspecting it?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I inspect the food on the trains.
The goblin looks unhappy with what you've done, but doesn't move to do anything about it.
Yeah, I need to inspect the butter too. Slide it over. And I take some butter and butter my roll and move off to the next cart.
Yeah. All right, the metal door grinds open as you slide it. You're confronted with a very narrow walkway connecting these two train cars.
Do I have a measuring tape?
I walk it.
No.
Okay. Bet that's not up to code, but we'll let this one go.
Is there a bunch of cars on these trains, or is there just only a couple of them?
There are, we'll say, 6 cars on this train.
6 cars. Okay.
And that's excluding the front.
Okay. Can we see into the next car yet, or not yet?
You can see into the next car. You're walking up to it.
Yeah. I just want to take a look, see if there's passengers in it, or...
Yeah, you see that there are goblins lining the sides, sitting on benches facing each other across. From what you've seen about trains, this might be a passenger car.
It looks like this one's for the poor people. They don't even have their own tables. Y'all ready to move forward?
Yep.
All right, I swing the door open.
All right, the people scarcely turn to look up at you. And by the way, this is approximately goblin-sized train car, so those of you who are kind of tall... Demarok, I'm pretty sure you are 7 feet tall normally, so you're still 6 feet tall. You're having to hunch over.
No, I'm not that tall.
Pretty sure you said I'm a 7 foot tall dragon man when in the first session.
He said a lot of things.
Dragon
That's
demon
true.
man.
I imagine myself as 6 foot normally, 5 foot now.
They scarcely look up at you. Looking across the goblins in here, their faces are covered in dust. They got oil staining their clothes. There's actually a human among them.
No need to worry. Regular train inspection. We're coming through. Get out your ticket.
Any food you got?
They shrug at the mention of food.
Because they don't have any.
I start checking tickets. I'm taking my job seriously.
Okay. Make a basic persuasion check here.
Coming right to you, Brent. 22.
All right. They seem to accept that without any objection. And they start holding up these small little scraps of paper that have a stamp on them.
I check the stamp.
It looks like a tombstone that's cracked in the middle.
Oh, have I ever seen this before?
Boomstone.
It is not a symbol that you've seen before.
Okay, I kind of pass it around and show the guys real quick. So, and you see here, my trainees were looking for the regular tombstone with the crossbows. I describe what's on the ticket.
Okay.
Ah, yes, of course.
And you see, it's not been perforated. And all.
You fool. Don't you know it?
That's right. And always check the date. We can't let people be reusing their ticket. And I turn and glare at some of the riders. Again, to let them know I mean business and I take my job seriously.
They avert their eyes.
Perfect. All right, everything looks in order on my end. Other goblin inspectors?
Brent, is the human just lounging around with these guys, or?
Yeah, he looks downtrodden just like the rest of them.
But he's not like tied up or in
No.
shackles. Okay. What are y'all doing with the human here?
He works here like the rest of us, sir.
Why? Couldn't think of anything else.
That was the only thing. I almost said why.
He looks at you curiously. A lot of humans showed up a couple months ago.
Why?
Who knows why humans come down here?
Well, good to know I don't need this anymore.
And I turned my disguise off.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting to see what happens.
You turn your disguise off?
Yep.
Wait a minute. You can't be a train inspector.
Why not?
Because you're a human.
Humans can inspect stuff.
Humans
And I said I was in training.
humans are all crownless just like the rest of us,
Not this one,
A
he
gesture at my crown.
sir. And he quickly averts his eyes.
has a crown. Look, we're trying something new. We're shaking things up. Human with a crown, he can inspect stuff. He's great at it.
Thanks, man.
Not for me to question a king.
That's right.
He seems uneasy with the idea.
Yeah, Slay Kings.
Slay. All right. Knox, is everything in order?
Hey, looks just as shitty as the rest of them. Let's keep moving.
All right, we move forward.
So no one in here has a crown?
No one has a crown.
Did he
That
call
you
me
can see.
king because I have a crown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you got a crown, you're a king.
Right. And then there's Master King.
Top kings.
They got the most crowns.
Got it.
Does this human in here look familiar at all?
Great question.
I asked if it was Pam.
They do look familiar. Face you remember from long, long ago as Copes and he danced around a barrel of blue wine.
No.
It's Steven.
Okay, as we start walking forward. Wait a second. Obviously, Title 3 of the Goblin Inspector Code says that human passengers should not ride in the same car as the goblin passengers do. Sir, you're going to have to move to a different car. Please, will you come with us so we can escort you there?
Hey, guys, don't hurt me. I didn't do anything wrong. I just came here to work, make money just like everybody else. Hopefully get some crowns someday.
Perfect. Well, then I'm sure you could walk with us to a different car.
Okay. He looks nervously around. Roll an insight check.
I'm great at those.
Somebody else can as well.
Nah, I got it. I'm gonna knock it out of the park. Don't worry. That's a 1, a 2 minus 1.
He's impossible to read in this situation.
Can I try to read him?
Yeah. You just look at him and you're stunned.
Yeah.
There's nothing behind those eyes.
I've never seen such a poker face.
Now that I realize who it is, I'm watching intently. 16.
He looks like he might even be about to run. Such is his fear.
It's fine. You're not in trouble. You just need to be relocated to a separate car. Just come with us.
It's got taller ceilings so you don't bump your head on our stuff.
He looks to the other goblins almost maybe with an expectation that some of them will object, but he just turns around and hangs his head and follows you.
God, should we take him back one car since we know it's empty?
No, the car behind us had people, but we have space in between cars. So once we get out the door,
We can just throw him off.
we can just throw him off and kill him.
I grab him firmly by the arm as we're moving.
Okay. He's not really resisting.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not hurting him or anything. There's a grab.
And then we go out the next door onto that, what I assume is a small space.
Yeah, it's even narrower than last time somehow.
The wind is just rushing by.
Absolutely it is.
It's real loud.
Steven, where's Daniel?
He would be yelling. He's working at the boneyard like everybody else is.
What's going on? We came from Valist. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
He doesn't even question how we know his name.
Yeah. We're goblins.
Well, Thrasher's a person. He may recognize Thrasher.
Wait, let's back this conversation up. Who are you? What do you want with me?
It's me, Thrasher, the human barbarian.
Do you remember dancing around a barrel with the goat after the Festival of Stars?
About 8 months ago?
I pull my chaps up, showing my hooves.
Hopes, it's you.
It's me, buddy. What happened?
What do you mean?
Why are you here? There's no one in Ballast.
I say, speak up quick, and I shake him.
There's nobody in Ballast?
Nobody.
I mean, we didn't look that hard, to be fair.
We checked the tavern, and there was nobody.
And your apartment that Demi gave you,
In your apartment,
that you decorated poorly.
not the time, Copes.
Sorry.
But it
What?
was bad.
We decided we had enough of the goblins and we were mobilizing a force to go after them. But we weren't expecting to find paradise down here.
What?
This is paradise.
No, not this one. One of the other ones.
Oh, gosh.
It's really easy to get wrapped up in different situations out here. I came to the Gobbly Goodlands because it was a paradise. A lot of us came there, but some of us went to other places. This one's not so good. Thought I would travel outward, see what was out here. Now, Daniel and I work at the munitions factory at the boneyard. We're in debt and we can't get out.
In debt to Boomstone?
Most of us are.
Okay, well,
He gestures to the car that you guys just came from.
can you take us to him?
Well, this train's going to the boneyard. This is a worker train car.
Okay.
The bigwigs are in the back, and the rest of the train is just for us common workers. So, I mean, the boneyard is it's where we make the munitions that Boomstone uses at his fortress. Fortress is nearby, but the train doesn't take us there.
Okay. Well, we gotta deal with Boomstone.
Why? Can't you just get me out of here?
No.
Yeah, no. Definitely not.
It's never easy with you guys, right?
Hey, hang on.
Hey, Copes, you remember what happened when you bought that glow sword?
Yeah, it was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't even want to say it out loud.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, I totally remember.
So there's nothing else on this train that's gonna help us. It's just a bunch of workers.
No, there's bigwigs in the back. We can go talk to them.
Yeah, take their crown.
Yeah, but
Guys, you don't understand.
I mean, we could take their crowns.
Oh, we can totally take their crown.
This is a train car just for workers at the munitions factory. As soon as we get there, they're going to either assume you're new hires or they're going to know you're trespassers here.
Steven, you might have met us, but you certainly don't know us. We're never going to end up as workers in a munitions factory. We're either going to kill everybody or die trying.
Now, well,
You're going to die trying. It's a munitions factory.
I have an idea.
Like I said,
A munitions factory sounds extremely explosive.
Yes.
excellent.
I think we have a plan.
You see the number of people in that train car? That's probably how many people die every month in that munitions factory.
Not this month, buddy.
Yeah, a lot more are gonna die.
Yeah, we're at a lot more train
But
cars.
for good, we think.
Well, it looks like we have two options. We either go to the munitions factory or we go straight to the stronghold.
We could get a job.
No, I'm not working for anybody again.
Do they pay you in crowns, Steven?
No, they pay us in chits. These things that we can only spend at the store there.
Oh, that's smart.
I know what that's like, man. It's like you load 16 tons, and what do you get, you know?
Jesus
Just
Christ.
another day older, deeper in debt.
Look, if you guys pretend to be here to work, then I can at least get you into the barracks without much issue. But things are going to go badly for a lot of people. Daniel may be included if you start a fight as soon as you get there.
Steven,
Okay, so it's Boomstone that we gotta deal with. Not everybody.
Brent does not want us to blow up this munitions factory.
It's kind of a wild idea. But it's plan B.
The munitions go straight from the factory to Boomstone?
I'm only a small part of the process. I'm not sure how they actually make it there. There's no railway that goes to the graveyard. I'm not sure how they manage to transport them all.
Okay, so we hide in crates, we pretend we're ammunition.
But I mean, if you want weapons, this is the place to find them.
Yes.
Okay. I think we got it. We go to the munitions factory, we get loaded up on weapons, we hide in crates, we get delivered to Boomstone, and then we kill him and take his crown.
Deal.
Yes, Yes, I'm liking this. Yes.
It's the classic Karamja banana crate situation.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be cargo.
Perfect.
To get close to the munitions crate, you're either going to need to be very good at sneaking, or at least you'll have to do a good job at work.
We'll go with sneaking.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Everybody, put out your hands. We're going to take a shot. And I'll pour a shot of Shatterbrew whiskey for everybody.
It flies off in the wind.
No, I'll pour it right in their gullets. I'll pour it right down their mouth.
I drink it aggressively.
I do too.
Advantage on
You got more?
Advantage on stealth checks. I'm erasing 4 of them. I have 19 left.
We maybe wait till we get there.
Sure, yeah, drink it.
No, we should drink it now.
I figure we'll
and
be there in
later.
a minute.
So, Steven, how much longer is this train ride gonna be?
We should arrive by the next morning.
Oh, all right. I'll wait on the stealth thing.
Thank you for doing
We
that.
do it as soon as we get off the train. Right before we get off the train, we drink.
Why don't we kill the bigwigs and impersonate them?
Yeah, I want their crowns. That sounds fun. Steven's like, what the fuck? These murderers?
We have several plans.
Well, are we going in as workers, or are we going to try to kill the bigwigs? Because those are 2 very different plans.
How hard are these carts to unconnect from each other?
Ooh.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
You have to roll an investigation check to...
I'm gonna do it. I mean, we're standing right here.
But we're train inspectors. We for sure know how to do it.
We're train inspectors.
We got a 6.
I got a 7. Investigate, guys. Jesus.
Everybody look down.
You can't see a visible way to disconnect them.
You just do it. I pull the pin.
All right, yeah, you pull a pin. You're actually doing that? Right.
Oh, are we going? So we're going back to the last car and we're trying to disconnect that one.
That's what
right?
I was thinking.
Yeah,
but I want their
okay.
crowns first.
Why don't we just throw them out the back and we pretend to be them?
Yeah, I mean, we could either fight them and get in a confrontation, or just... They're not looking outside. We could just pull the pin.
I think we should go work at the factory.
If we go in as them, we're not going to get into the factory. And if they don't show up, that may be a problem. If we're trying to sneak in, I think it's best to just sneak in.
Okay.
All right, let's go as peasants then. I mean, regular, normal, working class people.
No,
Yeah.
you nailed it the first
Yeah.
time. Nailed it. Got it in one.
All right, so the next car up is a baggage car. It's loaded up with the smelly trunks of you assume to be the passengers in the adjacent cars. So it looks like every other car is a baggage car, and then the other one, it's just workers. So you can choose to pass the time in one car or another. You can choose to converse. Otherwise, I'll skip ahead to a description I've written.
We want to spend the time
Inspecting the train.
grilling Steven on anything we need to know.
What the fuck happened?
Yes.
Procedures, like how to behave. Is there places we can't talk?
Oh, that's a good call.
Just to get like an advantage on our situation once we get there.
I like that.
He tells you that the foreman of the munitions factory, his name is Sizzlegrim Boomshank, and he always prefers to be called by his full name.
Sizzlegrim Boomshank. Yeah, we spend a while remembering that.
I was about to say, Aaron, write that down.
Sizzle what? I already forgot it.
Matt's already doing it.
Sizzle Shim? Boomshank?
We all write it on our arms in Sharpie.
Yeah.
Supposedly, he's
Yeah.
pretty well liked by the workers underneath him, and he's considered to have a position of privilege, but even he is crownless.
We should probably hide our crowns.
It's difficult to buy most supplies in the boneyard because they only trade in the chits that are given as pay for working in the munitions factory. If you don't have chits, you have to exchange your gold for them at a very unfavorable exchange rate.
I don't give a shit.
We'll all have to take some shits.
Thresher, that's a good point. We should definitely hide our crowd.
Yeah.
The munitions factory is known to be very dangerous, with many people dying every month working in the factory. The workers are kept working in separate areas, so not any of them gets to witness the entire process. So each individual may only know a little bit about the area that they work in,
Oh, God, we're going to have to split up.
but may not know anything about working elsewhere.
How many positions are there? 4?
There's a number of positions.
A number greater than 3,
Wait,
but probably less than 5. All right, I think we all have an illusion cast on us from Demi still, right?
Yes.
Except Thrasher, who dropped it.
So can we like hide the crowns on our body so that we still have them, but it's not showing? Or do we just put them in the bag?
Well,
You still have the bag of holding, so that's not a bad choice there.
Okay.
If you ask Steven, it doesn't sound like they look over your belongings, but if you don't have a special ticket with the Boomstone stamp, then they'll assume that you are a worker seeking employment.
Okay. All right, I think we're ready.
Oh, you said it's overnight, right?
Yes.
So we can do a full rest. So
That's
that spell
right.
will come off and I can recast it.
Yes, if you want to. Yes, you can.
Steven, how many different positions are there?
There are a number of jobs. I don't know why I've changed the way I talk, but it's rough out here in the West. In the Goblin West.
The Goblin Old West.
They produce a lot of landmines of different types, and I don't know why, but they ship them completely armed, and somebody's got to arm them.
Okay, so Nox can't do that one. Historically.
Hey, I have the most arms of anybody here.
Yeah, you also have the most blowing up landmines.
Hey, chill out. Nobody asked for that.
And I only know about that one in the powder room. That's one I've worked in. They create special concoctions, gunpowder, for the pistols that they use. And you have to go get ingredients out of a storehouse. It's got powders and jars and broken vases full of different kinds of explosives, and very easy to start a chain reaction that kills you there.
Okay, so I can't work there either.
I haven't had to work anywhere else. I couldn't tell you much about the other places. The munitions factory is huge.
All right.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out, I guess.
So I think I'm not going to recast the spell unless y'all want me to.
Oh, because we can be humans.
And gnomes and stuff. And then we can maybe cast that to get away if we need to. Or to move around
That's a good idea.
later.
And before we get there, I will also do my ritual cast spell so we can all talk to each other telepathically. Rary's telepathic bond.
Yeah. Wheeler Woe.
I'm gonna roll my Wheeler Woe too.
I don't have anything I
Wheel.
do. I'll give everybody that bonus food.
Ooh, food.
+4 health is a bonus action. Whenever you want it.
But we're doing a full rest, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a piece of food though.
Yeah.
So just
Thanks, delicious.
don't eat it now.
What?
Don't eat it
All right.
now. Do you need another?
Yes.
I made extra here.
A vulture glides effortlessly on the hot currents of the desert air, its shadow fleeting over the arid expanse below. The land stretches endlessly, a barren wasteland of cracked earth and sun-baked rock. An occasional stubborn brush tumbleweed or a tall spiny cactus litters the ground. Amidst the emptiness, the two goblin skeletons lie in the dust, their bones bleached and brittle from years under the sun. Ancient pistols rest in their bony grips. A mechanical roar fills the air, a plume of black smoke rising. The ground trembles as the train barrels forward, cutting through, and the train's momentum gradually wanes. The machine groans as it grinds to a halt, and the sharp screech of metal on metal. The station you've arrived at is a collection of modest wooden buildings weathered and worn by the elements, adjacent to vast barn-style buildings churning black smoke through chimneys on their roofs. And a hum fills the air, a low throbbing noise of pumps, gears, and unseen machinery from within the large facilities. As the last few shutters of the train fade into stillness, passengers begin to disembark. The thick, oily smell of the train's exhaust lingers in the air, mingling with the scent of dust and sulfur. A black vulture sits atop the roof. The streets as they are full of people. You see people hawking wares of various types, people laid back against the buildings nearby, seemingly asleep. Seems highly populated. You also spot a thin layer of grime coating the faces and clothing of most of the denizens of this place. You see that each of the passengers in turn walks up to a particularly stocky-looking goblin who inspects their small scrap of paper before admitting them off of the train platform.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self to look like a goblin.
Okay.
Just because it'll hide all my rods and shit.
Okay, deal. Here you guys are. You wait in line to be greeted.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. It moves quickly. People seem eager to get off the train and to wherever it is that they're going. You walk up to the stocky goblin who eyes you over. I don't recognize you. What are you doing here? You have a stamp?
We're here for work. I heard this is the best place to work in all of the Goblin Kingdoms.
You did you? Well, welcome.
Yeah.
We're always looking for an attitude like that. You'll probably be one of our special workers.
Do you hear that, guys? I'm doing
I
good.
want to be special too. I raise my hand. I can work hard. Look, I'm strong. Like, how tall I am.
I also like to feel special.
Well, maybe it's our lucky day. Maybe we have a number of special workers coming to join us.
Aha.
Yay!
Well, we're always looking for more help.
Are we hired?
Well, hold on. What are your skills? Let's hear this answer first.
I'm pretty good at cutting goblins in half with an axe.
He's...
I mean, I'm really strong.
Or trees. Trees.
He can cut anything pretty good. I can cook. I play a mean drum. I'm pretty funny, people say. Rather intelligent and rambunctious.
Demi's really good at thinking of stuff on the spot.
Yeah, I can do it just like that.
And you're humans, huh? Except for this one? Who has disguised themselves?
I did.
Just you, Copes? Have disguised yourselves, it sounds like?
Think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Humans, huh?
Well, I'm like a
I'm a gnome.
demon bard thing.
Right. That's pretty much a goblin, I'd say.
Ah, thanks.
Are you from that city as well?
Yeah.
Which one?
Where all you above ground dwellers come from? A bunch of you showed up somewhat recently. One of you ran away from the musicians' facility recently. Maybe you've seen her. Maybe you know her.
Oh,
What? The musicians' facility?
Does her name start with an E?
That's a weird way to phrase that question. Yes, her name started with an E.
Ah, see, I know a person whose name starts with every letter of the alphabet except for E, so
I see.
what a coincidence.
She owes us a lot of money.
Is it Aaron? I know an Aaron.
We gave her a place to stay and food. She just left in the middle of the night.
God.
what was her name?
Esmeralda. Sorry.
That sounds just like her. I would imagine.
Anyway, here's your temporary stamps and your uniforms. And he hands you what seem to be grease rags.
Oh, these are great.
Put it on.
I put them on you.
Oh, just my size.
You head to Silo 4, all the way in the back. He points towards one of the barn-style buildings. That's where your barracks are. If you got any belongings you want kept, you better lock them up now.
Awesome.
You got
I
it.
can't wait for it.
Report to work as soon as you can. Work's already started for the day.
And what was your name?
Who do we report
The
to?
foreman will greet you at the barracks. You asked what his name is?
Very good. Well, I thought it might be the foreman. It doesn't matter. I'll cut it out if you don't have a name prepared.
I'm Sparkfinger.
Oh, Lord.
Pretty dangerous to be working here, huh?
It's not literal. What are your... You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to go through this again. I don't want to hear your names again.
I'm Strong Sack.
Okay, I walk off towards the barracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also walk towards the barracks.
You have to push through people wherever you go. Not all of them are moving either. Like I said, a lot of people are just leaning up against the buildings and sleeping or nodding off or just idly chatting with each other.
Hey, if you got time to lean, you got time to clean, buddy. I'm shouting that at people as we go through.
Okay. You get some scowls.
That's some supervisor material right there, Copes.
That's what I'm trying to get in early. Ground floor, baby.
All right, you get a few odd looks maybe because of your heights, but nobody pays much mind to you. You wouldn't have to roll to hear this. As you're walking towards the barracks, you hear a distant explosion and screams. The explosion is such that you feel the shockwave reverberate through the air.
Does anybody react?
A couple people jump, but for the most part, nobody moves.
Okay.
You get a general sense looking at the people around here. Most of them have their eyes towards the ground. They don't seem to show much excitement. There's not much joy in this place.
Are a lot of people like missing eyebrows and like a finger here and there?
Yeah, now that you're looking for it, yeah.
They're all hairless, completely hairless.
Right.
All right, I think we keep moving towards the barracks.
All right, you arrive at the barracks.
Do we see other humans around here?
Yeah, you might see one other human, yeah.
Okay.
All right, you arrive at the barracks. It's dirty and it smells bad.
Dibs on top bunk.
Oh, man.
Always gets top bunk.
You climb up there and the wood holding it up collapses. Drops you to the ground.
Still top bunk.
Is there a race car bed anywhere?
Was there anyone under me?
No, there was no one underneath you.
Thank goodness.
You do see there are a few scattered goblins sleeping in the barracks, but none of them turn to look at you as you walk in. You see a tall fur of goblins. You see him sitting at a long table, enjoying what looks to be a very nice meal of cheese and eggs.
Hello there. We're new.
Can I have some cheese and eggs?
What was that? He turns around, a mouthful of cheese eggs.
Worked up an appetite. Can I have some cheese eggs?
You don't look like any of my workers. Who are you?
Thrasher reporting for duty.
And you? The rest of you?
I'm Wiggle Scream, reporting for duty.
I'm Knox. Also reporting for duty.
Demarok, and I'm gonna be the best. Here to be your new manager. Tizzlebutt Boomstock.
Well, we're off to a bad start already. I think I know exactly what job I'm gonna put you on.
Oh.
Alright, you must be new workers here. Did you get a temporary stamp?
Yeah.
Right here.
Alright, you show your moxie, and you show that you can make it through a whole day, then you'll get your permanent stamp. What that means is you'll get paid in the proprietary currency that only we use here. You'll be able to buy whatever you want using that proprietary currency that only we issue and can't be used anywhere else. And you'll get essentially free reign of the facilities outside of the munitions factory. You can't pay for that kind of freedom. You can only earn it.
That sounds like a sweet deal.
Wow. Thanks. Yeah, we understand
Perfect.
it perfectly.
Alright, I only want to say this once, but I'm the foreman of this facility here. I'm Sizzlegrim Boomshank, and that's how I prefer to be addressed.
You got it, Sizzlegrim Boomshank.
Now, do you recruits fear for your life?
Never.
Yeah, not really.
Recruit?
No,
Correct. You do not fear for your life.
I'm a goblin. Why would I ever care?
And what are you here to do?
Work.
Blow up?
Work.
I mean, work.
You're both right. Alright, I got a number of jobs that need to be doing. I'll let you decide amongst yourselves which jobs you want to do, except for you, funny guy. What was your name again?
Demarok.
He hands you a scrap of paper. Like, I want you to report to Half Grip. You're gonna be working in the mines. Oh, on the mines, excuse me.
Oh, perfect. I have experience dealing with mines.
Great. You'll proceed to Silo 4, Door B.
4B.
All right, guys, I guess we're headed to Silo 4, Door B.
Oh, does everyone want to do the same one?
Let's go, team.
No, I think we're splitting up.
Splitting up.
I had to try. I had to at least try.
Alright, I got some cannons that were mixed up. One of them was made shittily and is gonna explode when it's fired, and we need to figure out which one it is. Who's volunteering for that one?
Dibs. They can't get any better than that, right?
Yeah. Alright, we got a boiler that is gonna blow up any day now. I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't. It's barely held together. I mean, it was built before I was even here. But somebody needs to go in there, get the wrench that was put away in the nearby furnace, and then use it to tighten the valve so that it doesn't explode. Which one of you can do that?
I'm on it.
Alright, I need somebody to work in the gunpowder mixing room, creating fantastic new experimental concoctions and mixes of gunpowder for absolutely incredible bullets, I guess.
I'll do it.
Oh, man, that sounds cool.
All right, you guys are going to go off now?
Yep.
All right, who's going to go first?
I'm on it.
You report to one of the silos and the particular room as instructed. You hand the paper over. The goblin guarding the door grins as you walk up.
Hey, what's up, man?
It's your first day, huh?
Yeah, gotta go get a wrench, tighten a valve. Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, I'll unlock the door for you.
Oh, thanks, man.
He pops the key in the door. You feel an immediate surge of heat as he opens it.
Kind of toasty in there, huh?
Yeah. I'd say talk to you later, but
Yes, go on.
I'll just say goodbye instead.
Alright, see you later, man.
All right, he shuts the door behind you.
All right, go find the wrench.
You hear the lock engage. It is a steel door. Thick fog fills the room. Thick, hot fog fills the room, obscuring your vision. You can't really see more than 10 feet in front of you. You see a number of light sources in the room. You're not sure which one could be the boiler. Unless you have a way to clear your sight, you can't see in here.
Oh. How do I do it? I can cast something.
Huh?
Augury or clairvoyance. One of those I feel like could help. Definitely not clairvoyance, but augury, I can ask you something.
Yes, what is...
Let me start with a perception check.
You can roll a perception check. It has disadvantage because of your lack of ability to see.
I'm not only perceiving with my eyes. 17.
You detect a couple of light sources that seem particularly bright, but you can't really make out the details even with that. But there are a couple promising spots to check.
I'll go check one of them.
Real quick, just so you know, augury, you get to basically ask one question, and the DM will choose from the following results.
He says whether it's good, bad, or...
Yeah.
All right. I'll start with just checking the closest one.
You take 3 fire damage from being in the room.
Ow, what the hell, man?
The leather on your vest starts to curl a little bit.
I'm wearing a vest?
I assume you've been wearing a vest. Are you wearing a t-shirt?
How did you assume I was wearing a vest? Yeah, it's always been a Corpseable Can t-shirt.
Well, okay. Well, that's probably torn to hell anyway, so probably no change there.
Absolutely.
That shirt can't get any more burned.
All right, as you walk forward, you find sudden intrusions in your way. You have to make dexterity saves to avoid burning yourself as you touch them, as you cross the room.
Dexterity saving throws? Can I cast resistance on myself?
Yes.
All right, I do that. It gives me a D4 for a saving throw before the end.
All right, make that saving throw then.
What saving throw?
Dexterity.
Can I see it?
Nope.
Oh no. 13.
The 13, you narrowly avoid bumping into a few objects, and you feel the intensity of their heat as you come close to them. You approach one of these light sources. You see it is a bright furnace with a humongous flame churning upward into a tube inset into the wall. You see that there are a number of objects that have been plunged into the furnace. You see a nearly molten looking axe. You see a couple of strange looking tools. And you see a bright red rod that's just burning with the heat.
Are any of these tools the wrench?
Some of them are wrench-like. 2 of them are wrench-like.
But how hot are they?
They look like they'd be extremely hot to the touch.
I mean, I gotta grab one, I feel like. Like, real quick, I just, toss it away from the heat source.
There's no saving throw for that, I feel like.
Nope, not a chance.
All right, you take 11 fire damage as you grasp hold of it for just a brief moment.
Ow.
Is it cooling off?
Oh, a little bit. It's still very hot in this
How
room.
long do I have to stand here for it to cool off enough for me to pick it up?
You take 6 fire damage from the heat of this room.
Can I pick it up now?
All right, you see that this tool has a star shape, like a ratchet.
Ah, shit. All right, first I'm gonna go find the what was the word you used? That I need to turn the
valve.
Yeah, the valve. I'm gonna go find the valve and see what fucking shape it is.
All right, you approach the source of the heat. is one of the light sources. This is the thing that's overheating this room so much. It gets hotter and hotter as you get closer. You're finally able to see it when you're within 10 feet. You can see a tremendous gasket right at the top of it, about 15 feet up. Just billowing with steam, filling the room.
What's the shape?
You'll have to climb up to see it.
Is it a star? No, I won't. I have to fly up on my carpet.
You bring your carpet.
Of course, I always have my carpet.
Your carpet starts to burn as soon as you take
Put it away. I put it away. I put it away.
Aha.
All right, I climb.
Are you gonna climb?
How else am I gonna get up there?
You'll have
Is
to,
there another
you'll
way
have
up?
to climb. Okay, I climb. You're gonna climb.
Wait, hold on. What is there like a? I don't know. A ladder?
You don't see a ladder. That'd be too easy, right?
Can I do another perception check?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Or investigation, I guess, if I'm specifically checking this thing out.
Mhm.
Do you prefer one or the other?
Either one's fine, actually, for this.
Then perception, for the love of God. 17 again.
You see a number of goblin skeletons right under your feet. There's just a pile of them.
All right. I'm going to take a couple of skeletal goblin hands and use them like grabbers to climb.
Okay, there's other things. There's
Oh, sorry.
There are also steel structural rafters running along the ceiling that run from one end of the wall to the other. Some of them go over the boiler.
I would like to climb up one of those, please.
All right. You have to make it up to one of them first. It's 15 feet up or 20 feet up.
I do.
What do?
I climb.
Climb the wall?
Athletic. Oh, shit. Why am I doing it? Fuck. No, the beams.
The wall is smooth. You have to climb up to those beams somehow.
What do I see that lets me do that, Brent?
You see some scattered tools, the goblin's bones that I described before. Doesn't seem like there's any sign of a ladder. Something that could help you ascend. You gotta have something, right? You're a level 11 guy, level 12 wizard.
Well, I have a fucking carpet, but I'm not allowed to use it for this.
It's just gonna be at risk.
You said it immediately started to burn.
It did immediately start to burn.
All right, I fucking pull it out. I need to see.
All right, it starts to burn. It's not burned yet.
Fly fast.
Well, it's curling at the ends right now.
Stick me quick.
You see a hexagon-shaped nut on the valve.
Right back down. Put the carpet away and start looking for the hexagonal.
You do see the hexagonal tool. It is in the flame like all the other tools for some reason.
Cool. Flip that one out too.
You take 8 fire damage, and then that's just from being in the room. Sorry.
Ow!
When you pick up the tool, you take 17 more fire damage.
Oh! Is it cool enough to pick up?
We keep sending people into this room with no tools or ladders. I don't know why they can't get it done.
No, they sent all the tools and ladders they had.
It is not cooling off fast enough. You're going to continue to take fire damage from being in the room.
Pee on it or something.
That's what my first
I pee
thought.
on it. I pee on it.
Take 7 fire damage as you pee on it.
Ow, is it on my penis?
Yes.
No.
Your pubes are curling and burning away.
Oh, God. Things you never thought you would say.
Thrasher, this is a fantasy world. Thrasher is very well trimmed.
This is the only time you're allowed to urinate on something as a solution.
We'll see.
All right?
You guys have got to figure out a way to make it into all of yours.
Pee on the handle of this thing. It's cooled considerably. It's still quite hot.
It probably doesn't smell great.
I grab it and fly. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to tighten this or loosen it? You said tighten, right?
I think that's on you to remember.
Brent.
Did he say tighten or loosen? You take 5 fire damage.
Ah! Do the fucking Wheeler Woe thing. If I tighten it, will it be good, bad, or good and bad?
Okay, the augury thing? Okay.
Yeah. Tell me.
What does it look like when you do your augury?
Normally, it's real special, but this time my Phantom Corpse Volcan guys appear. They're like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And I'm like,
No, tell me now. I have to know.
Whoa, man. No, I mean wheel. Wait, what did you ask?
If I tighten the thing, is that good or bad?
That's wheel.
Thanks, man.
Immediately on the carpet, fly right up there, do this as fast as I possibly can.
All right, you're gonna take
A bunch more, yes. I am going to die in here.
8 fire damage. Are you dying?
Not yet.
You load the wrench up on the valve and you turn it. The carpet is burning away. As you tighten it, a jet of steam pushes out in front of you, blasting you in the face. You can attempt to dodge it, but you have disadvantage. Actually, you just have a regular roll because you can see this one.
Yeah, because I can see this one. I'm gonna roll shit anyway.
Yep.
7.
Yeah, you did. Take 13 more fire damage. Now make a strength check.
Oh no, not a Thrasher strength check. Please, Brent.
Is it strength or athletics?
I'll let it be athletics this one time.
Thank you. Can I rage?
You can rage, yeah.
Okay, I rage. Natural 20,
There it is.
Didn't even need to rage.
but I did.
You did it, Jared.
I turned a screw.
All right. You tighten it perfectly. You don't over tighten it, not too loose. It's the perfect amount of tightness. You see that the boiler begins rumbling, shaking, and the room shakes as you wait. And you take 7 more fire damage. And
No, I want to get the fuck out of there.
before the boiler stops. Still incredibly hot in here, but the steam clears.
I go down. I go to the door.
The door is locked.
I bang on it.
You see a face looking through.
I did it, man. Let me out.
You did? You take 12 fire damage.
Yes, let me out. I'm gonna die.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I know which key it is.
Ah!
I found it on the first try.
Oh, thank
I found
God.
it on the first try. And the key unlocks the door. You probably just saved his own life there.
As fast as I possibly can.
Just for fun's sake, let's say everybody's here when you pop out of that door. Thrasher, you fall out of the door. You're a steaming heap.
Guys,
Your clothes are slightly singed. You have probably a quarter burned carpet on your back.
Well, that looked easy.
Do you need us to pee on you?
it might help, actually. Nobody get me back.
I got you.
I'm gonna go lay down. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Good work, Thrasher.
Guys, please just be so careful out here. This place sucks.
Do you just pull yourself along the ground back to the barracks?
I do the worm.
Okay. All right, for the future ones, let's just have everybody there, even if only one person's doing it, so that everybody gets to
Deal.
participate. So, sorry about that, Thrasher.
It's okay. I made it out.
You made it out.
The entire reason I said volunteered as soon as you said it, because I was just like, oh, that's going to be just a bunch of constant damage.
Can I ask how much damage you took there?
I went from 124 to 28.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love how the rest of us could have just cast like water sphere
Yeah.
or tidal
Yep,
wave
yep.
or just
I had that thought. Couldn't
like
risk
any just innumerable amount of spells I had that could just
so much water.
nullify that.
He nullified it in his own way.
He did.
Yeah. With my pee.
With my
With
pee.
his B. Who's up next? You're led to the third silo, one of the specific doors, and he allows you in. You walk into an enormous room lined with crates, barrels, vases, all sorts of containers, overflowing with different colored powders, liquids, mixtures. And as you walk in, you see a goblin carrying a crate of something. You startle him when you walk in.
Does he explode?
He trips on some powder that's lying on the ground, and a pillar of multicolored flame consumes him. It burns up very quickly. There's nothing left when it disappears. It seems fortunate that it didn't catch fire on anything else.
That guy's not going to be in Rush Hour 3.
Oh. I'm gonna die in here.
Got it, Ghost. It's just a little goblin work.
It's fucking rough, man.
A voice calls out, like, not if you're soft-footed. And you see a figure walk up to you. The first thing you notice about him is that his eyes are blind. He's blinded. He can't see anything.
How's his vision?
Did you say soft-footed?
As long as you got soft feet in here, you're golden.
Hopes are your hooves soft?
Not particularly.
And I say,
Oh no!
Does disguise self make them soft?
Put your socks on!
How does that work?
It's just an illusion.
Am I still clopping around?
I'd say there's a limited amount that it can do. Soft-wise. Maybe it's like hard rubber.
here it comes. This might help. And I hand him a light potion.
Ooh.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
All right, for your first assignment, I need you to get that stuff up there. He points to the tallest stack of crates and the tallest crate on top of that stack of crates.
I got it.
I'll be in a different building. And he walks away.
Outro?
Train inspectors.
No, that was so bad.
No. I was pretty upset listening to it.
Yeah,
It was
not
so good. You're so wrong. That's a top 5 outro.
Matt, I love you and I think you're funny. It was nigh unlistenable.
All right, workers, this is your supervisor. Sizzle Grim Boom Shakes.
Yes, sir.
I'll have you know that you're going to have to report to work here at the Discount Heroes every Thursday, starting at 6 a.m. until 6 a.m. the next Thursday.
What?
Oh, man.
We work 24/7 shifts out here. Always.
Oh,
This is the place for Doug.
well, they were working 26-hour shifts, so it's a little better than that.
You're going to take your chit and like it.
Oh, that was good.
You want to figure out how you can find gainful employment at the Boneyard Munitions Factory? Join us on the Discord page. You can find a link. Where can they find a link, actually? Can they find a link somewhere still?
No.
There's
I don't
no-
I'm
know.
not really sharing it.
The link tree's on in the description of every episode.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, that's right. Okay, well then that's good. In the description of the episodes, you can find a way to contact us through a myriad of platforms. Please do so and join us on our Discord where you can chat with most of the Discount Heroes. It's a requirement. You don't get paid. Also, there's no overtime and you're on call even when you're off work, which is never. Any questions?
No.
When do we pee?
You'll have to pee on your own time.
Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you join us at the Boneyard to get gainful employment 24 hours a day. Nobody pays more chits than us. Nobody offers more hours than us. This is the place you want to come to. As always, come work at the Boneyard Munitions Factory where questionable results are definitely always guaranteed.